So Violet is asleep, and I'm going to take a moment to do a little bit of art. I'm going to draw, and then I'm going to watercolor it, and I'm going to have a tiny little chit chat with y'all while I do it. I kind of took the day off yesterday, so that means that, you know, I didn't finish all the dishes, I didn't put away the clothes like I normally do. I just took it easy, dude. And today, I'm kind of paying for it because I have like twice as much stuff as I normally do. And I've been thinking lately about like how much housework I really do. I care so much about the house being clean and things being put away. But it's stressful and it feels like a lot sometimes. Mason does a great job, don't get me wrong. I wish that I didn't have to tell him the things that I needed him to do all the time, and like we had a better system so that like he would know what needs to be done or what I need help with. So I'm thinking about in the future planning like I'm not gonna say like chore chart, a list of shared duties for the day, I guess. I think that that would be a lot better because then it wouldn't be me being like, hey, could you do this and this and this? It would be like he goes and he looks at, you know, the things that I haven't done. He could help with those instead of me like telling him that he needs to do it. And I could make it cute. I don't know, I think that it could help a lot. So we'll see about that. I think that that would just take a lot of stress off of me. In other news, I am a vintage reseller. I'm not even drawing, hang on. I love to go thrift shopping and to estate sales. And I haven't been since I was pregnant. So that's like over 3 months ago. And I miss it so much. And I have a very close friend that is also a vintage reseller. And I get to see her posting all of her cool finds, and it's just hard to like not have a little bit of, oh, I'm missing out. But I know that once Violet is a little bit bigger, I'll be able to take her with me to go thrift shopping. They're not huge fans of babies at estate sales. I don't know if you know this. Or kids in general. So I might need Mason's mom to kind of watch her sometimes if I want to go to an estate sale. But anyway, the reason why I'm saying this is because I took like the last couple months of my pregnancy off from reselling, and I've like sold a couple of things like since I've had her, but I need to take more pictures of my inventory, be really good about posting them regularly. I miss it. I miss the thrill of the hunt for like cool vintage items, like helping people access them, I guess, through like selling it. And it's like a really fun, like stress relieving thing for me to do. And if I can make like a little bit of extra money from it, like that would be really nice. Because Mason works, but I don't really work. Well, I guess I do work. I take care of the house, which is a huge job. I edit a podcast and I get paid for that. And I make whatever money I make selling things. And I hope one day, fingers crossed, that I can get monetized on YouTube. Like that is definitely a goal. I'm not gonna be shy about that. Like that would be lovely. But until then, I have to focus on my other side hustles. Because it would be really nice to have like money of my own and to not just depend on, you know, Mason's support. And like, what if I want little extra things? That would be nice. Or what if I'm able to contribute and help one day? That would be awesome. I'm also like a writer and I would like to get into illustration. I think it would be really awesome to illustrate kids books, which I think I've mentioned before. I totally like got off track with what I was saying. Anyway, the point of the whole reselling thing that I was talking about was I'm going to be taking pictures of inventory today and kind of getting back on track with that, and to try to be a lot more diligent about uploading. And the friend that I mentioned earlier, her reselling business is thriving. And I'm definitely going to interview her pretty soon so that she can share with y'all her reselling journey. And she's also a parent, and I don't know, I just think that y'all would really like her. So my fellow stay-at-home moms out there, what are some things that y'all do for extra money? Or do you do anything for extra money? Do you just kind of like have access to the family funds? Please like tell me how it works out for you, because I'm really interested in how other people kind of handle this dynamic of one person staying at home with the child and the other person working, and I don't know, how best to manage finances. That's pretty interesting to me. I'm drawing just like kind of like a pot of flowers, and I'm gonna show you guys when I'm done. And it's really like nothing cool or crazy, like it's no big deal. I'm just kind of trying to do more art because I've kind of let it fall by the wayside since I've had Violet, because I'm focused on taking care of her. And there's nothing wrong with that, but I do miss my creative outlets, and I kind of want to get back to it now that, I don't know, she's more reliable with her sleep schedules and things like that. So the nightgown that you guys saw me in, when I say that I have a collection of vintage nightgowns, you wouldn't believe the amount that I have. And since having Violet, I do not fit into most of them. And so I'm trying to decide if I want to sell the ones that are like really small and just like not worry about trying to fit into them again, or if I want to just hang on to them, like just in case I do lose the weight. I'm just not sure about that yet, because I really do miss those gowns. Like some of them are so pretty, but I don't want to like beat myself up about it or like put a lot of pressure on myself to fit into them again. And it's tricky. Are there any fellow creative parents out there watching? What do you do as creative outlets as a parent? Mason is also an artist. He's great at drawing and painting and doing like digital kind of art. I hear Violet. Just a minute. Okay, she was fine. I would like to know more about the people that are watching and kind of what y'all want to see from me, or what kind of topics y'all are interested in me talking about. I feel like I've shared a little bit about myself with y'all already and kind of told y'all kind of who I am. And if there's any of those parts that you're interested in, please let me know and I can talk about it. But until then, like, I'm just gonna kind of show you parts of my life and my day and little projects I'm doing and things that are on my mind. Soon I'll be interviewing people that are also parents and creative people, and maybe they have their own business. Okay, so I'm almost done drawing this, and then I'm going to watercolor it. And when I'm done doing all the lines, I'll show you before I start watercoloring it. Okay? So I think that like having creative outlets really helps me. When I was in my 20s, early to mid 20s, I was really depressed. Like, really depressed. And so I started writing sci-fi fantasy for LGBTQ young adults. I had been using this app called Wattpad, which is just kind of like a free digital like place where you can post chapters at a time of your book. And I wrote my whole book that way, or at least the first draft, and it was pretty popular, honestly. Like, people really enjoyed it. I had over like 50,000 views on it. And then I just kind of let that project fall by the wayside after I had done like 3 drafts of it. And I haven't published it yet. But it's because like I want to figure out what format would be best for it. Part of me thinks that it could be like a really good show or even a graphic novel or something like that. I just don't know what I want to do with that project. I've also written another book that's fantasy for LGBTQ adults. I did that one over NaNoWriMo, which is where you write 50,000 words in the month of November. I did that one year and it was amazing, and it really showed me just how tenacious I could be about getting stuff done, and I was so proud of myself. Writing really got me out of some really dark depression, and I was so thankful for it. I think it's really important, like, and definitely now that I'm a parent, still do those things that bring you that kind of joy or give you that kind of peace, which is why now I'm drawing and I'm gonna watercolor in a second. Right now, when I could be hanging up clothes, sweeping, mopping, vacuuming, putting away the dishes I just washed, like, it's important to do stuff like this that is just for me. Because if you are always nurturing and taking care of everyone else, who's doing that for you? Sometimes it has to be you that's doing that for you. Okay? Sometimes it's gotta be you. Okay, so I'm gonna show you what I'm working on right now. I don't know if you can see it. I'll get up and show you real quick. And I'll sit back down and watercolor it. So it's some pretty flowers with a little moon or a sun. I don't know what it's gonna be yet, in a pot. And that's what I'm working on. So now I'm gonna watercolor it. But it's also hard because, like, I have to be kind of quick about what I'm doing or plan ahead that I'm gonna do it. Like last night, I was like, okay, I wanna take pictures of my vintage, I wanna do some art, and these are the household things that I need to get done. And of course, you guys, like, playing with Violet, caring for her, all that kind of stuff. I don't wanna show, like, too much of the ins and outs of doing that with her because I do kind of want to respect her privacy, and I don't know, I'm trying to figure out how I want to, or like how much or how little I want to show of Violet, because I feel like this is kind of mostly for me as like a parent, and like of course I'm going to show her sometimes. I think that there's a lot that people get wrong when they do channels that focus on their children. And like, while she will be featured in some moments, I don't want her really fussing and crying or invading her privacy. I kind of want to protect her a little bit because I'm consenting to sharing like my stuff with you guys, but she can't consent. She's a child. And so I'm trying to be like really tasteful about how much or how little I'm showing of Violet, if that makes sense. What do y'all think? Let me know in the comments. So right now I am watercoloring the little flowers in here. I might even add in more now that I feel like it needs a little bit of balance down here. Let's see if that helps. Cool. So I've got the advice from some people before to like really find my area of YouTube and just like buckle down and focus mostly on just that kind of content. That's really hard for me because I have like a wide variety of interests and passions. Super into art and creativity, but also vintage, but also parenting, and even like mental health and relationship stuff. And I want to talk about those things. But if I'm following the model of like just stick to a couple of core topics, then like I don't really have room for that. Do I continue to just kind of have like a variety channel, or do I need to kind of focus in on a couple of topics? I don't know. That's something I need to think about. This is only going to be like my 5th video, and you guys, like, I'm really enjoying making them. It makes me feel like a lot more intentional about the days that I shoot, and it's helping me be more productive. Like, I was already pretty productive, you guys, but it's making my scattered brain like focus on what I actually need to do and what's important, so I'm not just fiddling around all day and just standing there in indecision. And it kind of feels like I am like talking to friends, or like I have a friend over when I'm shooting. That's really good because, like, as y'all know, it can get really lonely. Like, before I decided to start like making these videos, I was just watching a ton of them. It made me feel less lonely. And I thought, well, maybe I could be another little friend for lonely people to hang out with. And you guys, the community of creators or like other mamas, they're pretty cool. I mean, even though like I am like a little bit different, I've had a lot of really nice support and encouragement from people already doing it. And I think that's really, really sweet. And I wasn't exactly expecting that. I forgot to do this one little flower over here. Oh, I'm using this one. I like to keep my colors pretty light too. They're like kind of pastel. Now I'm just kind of going back over and doing an extra little layer. And you guys, if I'm done, like when I'm done with this and I show you, if you want me to do just like kind of a close-up video of what I'm doing on one of these sometime, I can totally do that. I just wanted to do more of like a chit-chat kind of thing. With this one, I keep like listening out for Violet because I feel like she's sleeping pretty light today. And I'm so used to listening to music or something while I do this, but instead I'm talking to y'all, and so these little moments of silence are strange. I don't allow for a lot of space for silence in my day. There's always a podcast or an audiobook or something going instead, which I don't know if that's exactly good for my brain or not, but it's what makes me comfortable. I'm almost done. I just have to do the pot. I'm trying to decide what color I want to do here for the pot. Maybe yellow and pink would be cute. Let's do yellow and pink. I love how low risk like making art is. I can just make it, and if it sucks, that's fine. If it's cute, even better. The thing is that I did it, and it gave me some joy while doing it. And that's what counts. And my mom is like actually an artist. Like, she's a legit, like, for real artist, which I always thought was so cool. And I got to grow up in a house like full of art supplies and stuff. We could try all kinds of stuff. Oh my god, I said I was gonna do pink for the rest of the pot. Oh my god, I almost did it green. Okay, I hope this isn't boring for y'all. Like, I enjoy watching people just like chill and do their thing, and I'll have it on while I'm doing other stuff. But no, really, like, if you're watching this far, let me know what you want, because it would be really cool to make things that y'all want to see, as well as things that just like I want to do. I'll let that dry for a second and come back up to the top and add just a little bit of detail on the flowers. Oh my god, I just realized that so much of this video is just going to be like the top of my head, and I'm sorry about that. I'll definitely change the angle next time. Hey, like, I'm still learning. Thank you for bearing with me. I'm gonna go check on Violet. I'll let this dry for a second, and then I'll bring y'all over and show you what I was up to. Well, wasn't that so relaxing? Thank you so much for hanging out with me and giving me a chance to talk about what was on my mind.
Please like, subscribe, and leave a comment, and I will see you again soon. Bye.